And now back at the ninth. This is Jeeno's third.
She got very lucky there with her second shot. I thought it was going in the water all day. Something's on her side today. And that was a really good chip from there. Not easy.
Also flirting with disaster.
She and Jeeno were in contention at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. Jeeno had the lead going into the weekend before Minjee came from behind to win it. Shanetti finished second in the week. And now here is Jeeno, the world #1 for par, to stay in front by 1.
You can't get a much easier putt than this for par. Just inside right. Keep the pace on it up that hill.
Bogey-free 64 yesterday to vault into contention. And stays bogey-free today. So that could have been a 6 instead of 4.
Yeah, I mean, take
Began #1 in the world, and Wanasean's fellow Thai star Jeeno Thitikul trying to become the first repeat winner of 2025. And someone who
really important to be in the fairway. We've seen it all week where when you do miss the fairway, it can catch you out. And Mel, Jeeno has said that she's not really confident with her driver this week, not needing it here, going with something less than driver.
Yeah, I mean, every time I've seen her, she's hit it great. So I don't know where that confidence... her not being confident, though, Morgan, is me at my absolute highest confidence. So that's probably the difference. But she likes this one. She's picked the tee up very quickly.
moved back to #1 in the world last month, as she was for a couple of weeks her rookie season on the LPGA Tour in 2022. Now trying to win for the second time this year. Haven't had a repeat winner yet.
Court said coming into this week she wasn't real happy with her golf swing, but found something early in the week.
And as you can see from her caddy Kong's bib, #1 in the world, Jeeno Thitikul from the fairway.
Absolutely perfect lie here from 124. This wind is moving around ever so slightly. It's kind of gone straight from right to left now.
And that landed. I can't believe how quickly that actually stopped right there. I thought that landed in the perfect spot to release all the way down to the hole.
Boy, is this any good? World #1, Jeeno Thitikul, young Yulimi No, Nelly Korda up there, Charlie Hall. Gonna be fun. One top 10 in a couple of seasons on tour is now tied for second. Jeeno to increase her lead.
Okay.
All right, so Jeeno began the day 2 back. She's 3 under and bogey free. Last couple of days. Or Bianca Pagdanan and another different winner. Jeeno is one of the 24 winners this year. She'd love to become the first repeat champ, and here she is at the par 5.
It's just a speed slot there up the right side. Will that hang on? Just enough. Should be able to chase something up there.
Yamashita from back in a similar spot went well past. Second shot at the par 5, 11th for Jeeno.
She's got 203 yards, only 179 to the front. And being out this first cut, she has got a good chance.
Well,
You don't often see her have that kind of off-balance, one-handed finish like that.
No, that one's not. That one's good. No.
EU. Third shot here for Jeeno at the 11th.
The lie's not too bad. The problem is when she hits it onto the green, it's downhill the whole way. Took long swings and a practice swing, so I feel like she's going to take the high route here. Try and land it softly.
But in. Wow.
A little fortunate there to catch the hole. Definitely took some of the pace off of it.
So that'll be a birdie putt for Jeeno to move it to 15 under. Runner up here last year to Lydia Ko, leading going into the final round. One more look.
Definitely Really rattled around the hole, but still was carrying.
12 under par and a share of 4th. But Jeeno can match her with a birdie here at the 11th.
That was some chip she just hit as well. I didn't think she could get it that close, to be honest. That's why she's world number 1. Again, this is quite an easy read. Little bit right to left, but I wouldn't get this leaving the hole, I don't think. Slightly up the hill.
Best in the world and best in 10 different statistical categories, including putts per green in regulation. This for birdie. As you'd expect, she hasn't made a and playing well again, and playing well every week, it seems, because it's true. Jeeno Thitikul.
This is also a wedge for Jeeno. Wind's just died down as she's over the ball here.
One of the things that's so impressive about Jeeno is her distance control with her irons. Shows off again right there.
Yeah, 4th year, 2nd year here at TPC Rivers Bend. And here is a game changer in her own right. Jeeno Thitikul came to the LPGA Tour as an 18-year-old back in 2022. Burst onto the scene, winning her 5th start as a member. Won again later in the season. Got to number 1 in the world. Now she's back at the top of the Rolex rankings and at the top of the leaderboard here and trying to add to her lead.
And this is a perfect leave. Her and Charlie behind the hole. I just see it only being about left edge here. But this is a really good look at birdie, I must say.
Just keep the speed up here. I actually like the way that she hit that, Mel. Maybe just a bit of a misread.
And avoids all the divot holes. And now Jeeno.
Yeah, this wind's got a mind of its own at the minute. It's kind of off the right now. It's a very difficult fairway to get a flat lie. This is one of the most undulating fairways. You've got to hit this fairway. Yeah, seems to love this one as well.
Player who really was not feeling solid with that driver in her hand.
After missing 9 straight cuts. On the flip side, you have Jeeno, just the picture of consistency and in the middle of the fairway.
And you won't believe this, guys, but it's a very flat lie. This is from 101. This is just a wedge, wind a little bit into her. The whole green runs away from them. It's looking a little deep.
Yeah, still holds on. When you carry it past that downslope, makes a big difference.
Jeeno for another birdie.
It's a difficult one to read this. The cup is sat a little bit awkwardly. Should just move a little to her left.
Five wins for Jeeno. Seems like more just because she's so often right there late on a Sunday. Keep it here for Jeeno.
Wind's just died down slightly on her. Still gets a good one away here. It should just be a wedge in hand. That makes Jeeno quite dangerous. Yeah, it should be absolutely perfect.
Definitely tell how the golf course has firmed up as the week has gone on. That gets a ton of release, 30, 40 yards or so.
Now Jeeno, looks like a good lie.
It's an absolutely perfect lie. This is from 120. Pins at the back here, and you've got to carry it. It's 19 on, you've got to carry about 15, otherwise it will spin back down to the front edge of the green.
Really nice controlled three-quarter swing right there.
I think you want to land it closer to.
Tried that similar shot at 13, didn't like it. That one she seemed to like better.
She landed that.
Jeeno's just off the green. A look at birdie here at the 14th.
Pretty good look at birdie as well. It's right to left, uphill the whole way. Got to keep the pace on it, but this is not a bad place to leave it for this pin.
Playing quite a bit of break on this one, Mel, to the left.
Yeah, it is the whole way, Morgan.
Just overread that a little bit. But working on the way that she reads her putts. Felt like she was playing right to lefters with a little bit too much break and left to righters with not enough break. There was an example there of missing that right to lefter on the high side.
And now Jeeno.
Very difficult hole. This is 15th. Job number one, hit the fairway. Makes it significantly easier of a hole when you do that. Seems to be a little bit cautious. I don't know why. It's perfect now.
It's a nice kick. She's working on trying to come into the ball a little bit more shallow. Earlier this season, she switched to hitting a fade, trying to...
Something that she thought she could build on, and clearly playing well this week. Back at the 15th, and the second for Jeeno.
This is 141. It's a tricky little pin to get to. You've got to pitch this, I would say, about 7 or 8 yards short, and it will feed towards this flagstick. This is a 9-iron on the way for Jeeno.
Oh. Think about the 9th she barely cleared. Got away with the par. To stay 2 under going to the par 5 18th. Have you had a chance to take a peek here at Jeeno's third, Mel?
I have. The lie is actually okay. The problem is she's got to come up and over this ridge, and then it's downhill towards the hole. She's got to land this probably 5 yards on and just let gravity do the rest towards this hole. Got to keep the speed up on this.
Missed that bridge there. Didn't give it enough. You see that there. You can see the color change. Goes downhill.
Eagle. All right, before the birdie putts, want to say in and Hall, it's going to be a par attempt for Jeeno.
Down the hill, and as you said, Morgan, the green is going with her as well, so this is going to be a bit of a slippery one. It's just gently going to break to her right-hand side. She was saying yesterday, it's so difficult to hold putts on here. You really do have to hit the perfect pace and the perfect line, just because there's so many little undulations on these greens. It's difficult to read these putts, but her pace has been exceptional, I must say. Even if she is missing putts, the pace has been superb.
The best way to make putts, best way to read putts is to be consistent with your speed. Makes it much easier to read. Miss some for birdie. This would be big for par.
Yeah, well, she's #1 in the world for a reason, isn't she? Not just all the birdies, but she avoids her 3rd bogey of the week. She made 2 in the first 3 holes and hasn't made 1 since.
4th ball about 10 yards on. Otherwise, it has a chance to run off the front of this green. But then with these greens baking out, it's just so firm. It's so difficult to hold this green with a long iron in hand. And some hybrids for some of these players.
Yeah, what have you noticed out there this week from Thursday to now, Mel, in terms of the conditions?
Honestly, it's been night and day. From when I walked Wednesday to today, really has baked out with the beautiful weather that we've had, it's definitely firmed up. It's very similar now to what it was last year.
I'd say Jeeno landed that exactly where she was looking. That was exactly her number where she wanted to land.
We go back to 16 and the second at the par 3 for Jeeno.
Yeah, this is a very delicate one downhill when it gets on the screen. Got to keep the speed up again. I keep saying that, but this rough can dig the club in quite easily.
Ended up working out okay. It looked like she didn't hit it quite the way that she wanted to, but trundled down there to the hole. Tomorrow with a low round. We've seen some really low rounds, a few 64s this week.
Little work here for Jeeno. No problem. How about the saves at 15? Now it's 16. She stays tied with Charlie Hall. They're headed to the 17th. Nelly with a putt for eagle when we come back.
Looks like it settled into a pretty thick lie. Took a huge bounce.
All right, Jeeno next.
Wind's just picked up a little bit for Jeeno. A bit more downwind. Hits the ball nice and high with her driver. Like you said, Morgan, she's starting to hit a little bit of a fade. I mean, I say a fade, it's probably only moving about 3 feet. She's looking at this a little cautiously.
And that gets a softer bounce. Still going to chase through the fairway. And also settles down into a lie that it'll be difficult. Luckily.
And Jeeno's definitely picked the best out of the 3 lies. Not as much of a gnarly bit of rough around it as the other 2 players. So she has a chance, especially with this pin being a little bit further back. The wind is behind her. This is just a 9-iron.
Setup closed. It's kind of right where she was aimed over there.
Oh boy.
And that's on a down slope. Gonna have to hoist something up in the air there. Not a lot of green to work with.
All right, Shinetti marking and Jeeno concocting a plan here. Third.
She is. She's gripping down the club because the ball is significantly above her feet. She's only got about 6 yards of green to work with. I think she's got to hoist this in the air, have any chance of it getting close.
Risk going right underneath it.
Oh.
That was
Wow.
Pretty well done. You could stand there with a bucket of balls, Mel, and not do much better than that.
Morgan, I wouldn't have got that anywhere near that good, so you're asking the wrong person here.
I mean, it's hard to express just how far above her feet that ball was. Landed in the rough, created just a little bit of a pillow to slow it down.
Yeah, your concern was what I thought. That would not have been hard, would it? Gone right under it. And that'll be for par.
My favorite people. Happy 95th birthday, Charlie.
Here's to many, many more. Thanks for what you did to make this tour better. Jeeno for her par at 17th.
This is going to be a really difficult putt to hole. It's moving to her left the entire way. But this would be a fantastic up and down, just like she had back at 15.
Well, there's the first bogey since her 3rd hole of the week. And the 17 has another victim.
I mean, just where she hit that second shot, that was nearly an impossible up and down. Gave it a really valiant effort.
She'll be able to reach the 18th in 2 with a good tee shot. So, good chance to bounce back. And Jeeno next.
This should set up really well with Jeeno's little fade that she's been hitting. Just a little peel to the right with her driver, which has been really nice to see. Hold it up against this wind.
She was watching that anxiously, just starting to run out. I saw Charlie hit what she thought was a perfect drive on the last 2 holes and still makes its way through the fairway. Jeeno able to hold in.
So off the last group goes up the 18th fairway. Charlie Hull leading it by 1.
With
Jeeno next.
Jeeno's 1 yard closer, 208. She's on quite a bit of a downhill lie. The ball is significantly below where her feet are. But that might be a little bit enticing to her with this back right pin. She'd love to get something in the middle of the green here. Nice high flight on it.
She had really nice balance despite that awkward lie. Is going to take the slope.
Oh, one of the best.
Quite get as much help from the slope as I thought it would.
Another great chance here, and shocker, here comes Jeeno up the 18th in contention to win again.
It's a really big day for Charlie, I feel, tomorrow. She had some chances, a little unlucky there with that double bogey on 14. First day without an eagle this week. Thought that one might keep the streak alive.
Well, this for Jeeno to take the lead outright, at least for the moment.
And this is lightning quick. Big breaking putt again, left to right. Got to be careful with this one.
So she'll bounce back from the bogey at 17 with a birdie, and that's going to be a round of 68 for Jeeno. And now we'll find out, will she be tied at the top, or will Charlie Hall